Hello all and welcome. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. So I just wanted to give one more quick update. I guess it's not quick. I can record for 36 minutes now. Because apparently 4K video, you can only record 5 minutes. But I don't fucking need 4K video. And neither do you. Your eyes are not that sensitive, man. Maybe they are. Maybe I'm just blind. Who knows? Alright, so. I want you to take a look at my plants. See that yellowing? See all that yellowing shit? Right? That's called a mineral deficiency. Also, it's commonly referred to as having your pH way the fuck too high. So, just so you know, if you're watering any plants, mostly vegetables is what I'm talking about here, all your vegetables do best at a pH of around 5.5. Also, it's worth noting that if you're trying to do an aquaponics system, I don't know if you've ever fucked around with aquariums, such as that. The fish are still doing happy. But never, ever, 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 I'm going to look at the camera while I tell you this, never, ever in 100 million years, I mean you can do it probably in less time than that if you really feel inclined, but try your best not to drop or raise pH by 0.2, any more than 0.2, because the pH scale is logarithmic, not linear. So a 0.2 is not 0.2%, it's 2,000%. Keep your shit in check. Okay, back to this. I'm gonna rotate it now. Are you ready? Hold on. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Alright, now we're back. Okay, so, again, mineral uptake deficiency. I did get a line, I've been doing a lot of research, on a really badass product called Ocean Pure. Has 90 essential minerals and vitamins. And all that kind of, that guy's doing badass. He's unaffected. It may have something to do with crowding, but because it's an aquaponics situation, crowding isn't really a huge ordeal. And because this flow on this side is just a little bit higher than that side, I'm wondering if most of the dissolved minerals that are in the water are making it into the left grow bed other than the right. That's the only thing I can really think of. That may be crap, but who knows. Also, I've moved this guy over here, because it turns out these motherfuckers like shade. And this light, that one right there, is about 1,000 lumens less intense than that light. So while it doesn't look like shade, it is actually less intense. You can also see, to manage and even things out a little bit, the left light is just a little bit lower than the right light. And that's on purpose. So don't get your panties in a bunch, unless you like them like that. Then go ahead and leave them. It's all up to you. This side area has become my mediation station. I got tools and towels and refill shit and whatnot. Now the first thing, I've been doing an experiment, right? So we're gonna walk over here. I just did this. That's gonna be either another aquaponics system on the bottom. Maybe the whole thing is. I'm not real sure. It's a work in progress. But got a marine saltwater aquarium. So badass. That, like I just said, is really badass. And I'll show you that in a second, because why the fuck not? So, these guys have been doing great. This is my little herb garden. Remember last time? Just the little strand that I planted? Well, it's kicking ass. A good way to drop your pH, if you want to water your plants and stuff, and you're like, can't really find fertilizer. There's a lot of, in tap water, usually is some mineral traces and stuff like that. I mean, it's not amazing. It's not a fertilizer by any means, and you're still going to need to incorporate some kind of fertilizer, right? I, again, use my liquid kelp, and it's a 245 fert. It may be a 202. Regardless, get some fucking fertilizer. But you still need to worry about your pH. Again, they like a 5.5 to around a 6. 5 to 5.8 is their gung-ho land. Orange juice! How do you make things acidic, right? Acids. Citric acid is really easy to come by. So lemons, limes, orange juice. Not real orange juice. Real orange juice. Just take some oranges and fucking cut them, squeeze them, make sure they're organic so you're not getting weird fucked up shit. But yeah, they're doing great. Take a look at them again. So all of this has been primarily fertilized with the kelp extract, especially this guy. He's doing awesome. I mean, there's really no comparison for how well he's doing. And this guy also, he was the guy that was drowning every time I tried to water him when I first planted him. He looked a lot like the little guys down at the bottom, right there, right? But the orange juice, I've been dropping it anywhere from a 5.5 to a 5.8, and it's been marvelous. There was an immediate difference. These guys are starting to outgrow their pots, hence the little bit of the yellowing, but I don't have a big enough pot to plant them in yet, so hang on, little guys! And this guy is doing awesome. He got some yellowing after the transplant, but he seems to have really taken hold and is doing well. Alright, looking all nice and purty. So that's that. I also had to drill some holes in the bottom of that guy, otherwise it will definitely cause your shit to rot, because they don't like not being able to drain. So, also hung up one more little light, because you can't really have too much light. Yeah. In other news, I got that for free. That's a reverse osmosis unit. Never use it for plants. It'll suck out all your shit. And if I didn't mention, your plants need that shit, so don't suck it out of them. And don't drink that shit either, because it sucks all your stuff out. It's just bad. I've seen people on YouTube drinking RO water. You're literally killing yourself. But I'm not going to judge you. I mean, you do what you want, man, right? So, I think that's it for in here. I'm going to show you something really cool, though. So, hold the fuck on. I'm going to walk with you. Switch your asses back around. One more look at the plants, because why the fuck not, right? After I get the Ocean Pure, which does not affect pH, which I really enjoy. It's also fish safe, food safe, human safe, and everything safe, because it's just fucking minerals. I'm just going to add it to the aquaponics system and see if I get a little help. I was able to narrow this down a little bit to an iron deficiency, but the problem that I ran into is that the iron that I used also had an abundance of phosphate, and the plants did not like that. So I had to do a small water exchange. But what's cool, really, really cool, you see that? Yeah, that's that awesome bacteria I was waiting for. It's nice. It's good. It's doing all the work for me. And finally got my ammonias to drop down. I got my nitrites to drop down, and I'm getting some, I'm starting to get an increase in my nitrate production, which is actually the nitrogen-rich compound that feeds the plants. And it's anywhere between 5 and 15 parts per million, depending on the day that I actually check it. But these guys should pop back into life as soon as I get them some real fertilizer. Also, fan yo shit if you're growing indoors. I didn't really know that until I sat down one day and I was thinking about it. You know, fans, keep shit moving. Otherwise you get an abundance of different gases, not enough oxygen being given to the plants, and you know, that's kind of a vital component. They need that. The roots need oxygen. They may give out, you know, oxygen, take in CO2. That's my bathroom. But, you know. Alright, so now we're going into my living room, which has no more TV. Instead, we have this. Yeah, it looks a little tattered. That's because the asshole that had it just decided to paint it while it was all together, and I'm pretty sure running. So, I don't know if you can see him. I got a... Nope, can't remember his name. Don't remember what the fuck he's called. But that little black and white zebrafish looking thing. His name is Rasputin, because he tries to eat all the little blue devils. And that really is their name. These guys? Blue devils! Yeah! They're spunky. Got a lot of life, alright? So I figured since I was pretty much understood how to work freshwater, I would start getting into saltwater. And I found this 55-gallon on Craigslist for free. That's called a porcelain crab, and I don't know if you can see it real well, but he's got little corals that he's taken off of the fish tank that I got that was at the fish store, and he puts them on his back to blend in. Unfortunately, there's no coral in here yet, so he just looks like an asshole. It's like a fish wearing camouflage. There's some other guys around and about. I had some snails, but, you know, they're doing it. That brown stuff is common. If you're doing saltwater, it'll go away. Get yourself some invertebrates and some, you know, the slug things. Now, if you look real close, right there, see if I can zoom in. I don't know if I can zoom in. Oh my god, I can fucking zoom in. I got a fucking hermit crab! Yeah, I do. There was another one over here too, but I think he's gone now. What's also neat is when I was pouring in all the water, I accidentally removed part of the sand from the bottom of the bed, so it just has a bare spot, right? But what's neat about that is that now, when I go down here and open up, this is the filter for it, a little bit different than my other filter. Look at that! That's the fish tank! I don't know why, but I really love it, and I don't think I'm gonna change it unless I find out that it's actually a problem. And so far, it has not been. So, I am excited about that. Now, there's nothing really else to show you, or to tell you, except have an awesome day, and, you know, take care of yourself. If you're not doing anything, fucking do something. You know, create something, build something, draw something, fucking cut your toenails. I don't care what you do, just do something, alright? Because you gotta be doing something. If you're not doing anything, you're basically just jerking off. And even jerking off is doing something, so keep that in mind, right? It's fucking meta. Well, that's all I got so far. So, enjoy the rest of your everything, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Last view of the fish tank.